Hey guys, it's Jen here from Nails by Jen. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be another mixing video. I am doing one for the month of June and I've decided to go with blue for Father's Day. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I just did another glitter mix of the month for June as well. I actually gave this one a name and called it Butterfly Kisses, again in lieu of Father's Day. So I'm excited to mix all of my blue colors for you guys. I only have 9 blues. And half of them actually have like a glitter or shimmer in them, so I'm really excited to see what this color turns out to be. And of course I will also do a little design for you, so if this is something you're interested in, stick around, keep watching. As always, don't forget to click that like and subscribe for me. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below, and let's get started. Alright guys, so as I mentioned, I have 9 colors here for you, or 9 blue colors for you. They are all from Madam Glam, so I'm going to scooch them off to the side, and then I am going to show you which ones I'm using. So I've got this one here called Navy Blue. This one here is NSW. This one here is called Lagoon. And this one is Vintage Blue. I get asked quite often on my photos what blue I'm using when I'm getting that kind of denim blue color. It is this one here called Vintage Blue. This is a newer one to me called Freshwater. I really like it. I've used it quite a bit lately. So those are all of the cream ones, and now I've got some glittery shimmery ones. So this one is called the Manhattan, and it is like a little bit of a shimmery. I think there's might be a little bit of gold shimmer or something in here. It's really pretty. And then this one was actually gifted to me, but I cannot remember who gifted it to me, so I apologize. If you are watching, please comment below. This one is called Enchanted Sky, and it's one of those oh, the little thing just popped off. It's one of those iridescent ones that you put more so like over colors. So I'm really excited to see how this one is going to alter the color for us. It just seems like that little top thing doesn't want to stay in there, but that's okay. And then I've got a fine holographic one, and it's called Frosty. This is from the Ho Ho Hollow collection. And the last one is called Can We Leave? And it's almost on the purple side, but it is more of a bluish color, so I definitely wanted to grab that one because it is a holographic as well. So let's get to mixing these together. Alright, so you guys know how I go about doing this. I have my little palette knife that I got on eBay. I love this thing. And a little tile, and basically I just go ahead and draw some lines with the colors, and then we get to mixing. So I had sort of an idea in mind of what I wanted to do for a design, but now that I see how many colors I have that have shimmer in them, I'm not quite sure it's going to work. So I've just kind of had to basically come up with another idea on the spot, and I'm really not 100% sure what I'm doing. You guys know, usually I'm winging it anyways. But yeah, we're gonna just I'm gonna try to sort of do something similar to what I had planned, but I think it'll turn out a little bit, it'll be different in a way. So I'm just going to keep on drawing my lines. My favorite part, obviously, is when you start mixing them and they all kind of marble together. I absolutely love that part. So I'm going to create a good amount because I am going to cover all of the nails that I'm doing the little design. I'm going to cover them all with this color. Oh boy, I've got way too much of this Vintage Blue here. Yeah, so the full cover on all of the nails will be this color. And then I'm going to see about how I'm going to do the design on top, because, yeah, I still want to kind of do what I originally planned. In my head it looked cool. I've not actually done it. But in my mind it looked really cool. So hopefully I can bring it all together and make it work. Okay, so now we're getting into these holographics. The Ho Ho Hollow collection, you guys, if you do not have a holographic collection and you are looking for a really nice one with a lot of colors, I don't remember how many are in the Ho Ho Holo collection. There might be like 10 or something, because Madam Glam usually comes out with like 10 colors in a collection, 8 or 10. It is so nice. It's an amazing holographic. It's really, really fine. You can see the difference between the two here. This one is from, I can't remember what the collection was called, but it's like a Thanksgiving collection. The holographic in it is more of a glitter. The Ho Ho Holo collection is definitely like a shimmer, like a holographic shimmer. All right, we've got 2 more here. And these ones are really nice too, this collection. It's very, very soft. I actually have one of them on my nails right now, and then I added a little extra glitter from Young Nails to it. And this last one, again, this one is kind of cool. It's got those sort of iridescent flakes. So I'm really curious to see how this is going to turn out. All right, let's get to mixing. This is the best part. Like, look at how pretty that is already. Even that on a nail would be amazing, just mixing up all of those shimmers and glitters into there. Okay, let's see what we get. Oh, it looks like we're kind of getting similar to that like denim-y vintage blue look. Definitely. But then we've got the addition of those shimmers. I did not think it was going to turn out to be this like denim-y blue. I really did not. I don't know what I thought, but I did not think it was going to be this. And I usually ask you guys before I start mixing to take a guess, but I forgot. All right, so let's see. I want to see how close it is to the vintage blue. Oh yeah, no, it's way different. It's not at all. In the camera, it's showing up actually way more vibrant than it even is. On the palette, it's got, I would say, a little bit more on the tealish kind of side. It's definitely in the camera showing up really, really blue. So yeah, but it's a very pretty. I actually know some of my clients who would like this. And of course, you've got that little bit of shimmer in there. All right, so let's get to the design. All right, guys, so I'm going to try to do the original design that I planned. So I'm going to do 3 nails with that design and then 2 nails just, so far I've got in my mind that I'm just going to do solid this color. But I really want to incorporate some rose gold because I do love blue and rose gold together, especially if you have that like vintage denim blue. I will show you those two together because they are an amazing combination. Like rose gold and denim blue are phenomenal. This one is more, you know, not denim blue, but I still think the addition of some rose gold would be nice. So I also want to incorporate this number 4 from Joann's. So I've pulled that out. I've also pulled out my trusty Born Pretty stamping gel. You guys, I keep thinking this thing is empty and I still get more out of it. So it's like the gift that keeps on giving. So I'm going to mix up some other colors here using this one. You guys have seen me do this before. I just make sort of more like gradient, you know, colors, lighter and lighter and lighter, essentially. So I think I'm just going to go with, maybe I'll do 3 for now. So I will add the least amount of this white, and as you can see, you do not need a lot of this stuff. I will add the least amount of white to this one. And I don't need a lot because I'm just going to be painting some lines. I think I might make just a little bit more though, because you want to make sure you have enough, because if you run out, then to try to make the exact same color again can be a little bit tricky. Okay, so let me see if I mix that. Okay, I need a little bit more white in there. So just a little dot will do. And again, you can see how much that white lightens up that blue, just that little amount. So that's definitely more on the denim blue side. So I'm going to add a little more white to this one to make it even lighter. Still need some more. And then of course the last one will be the absolute lightest color. All right, so that's good. We've got dark, lighter, lighter. And this last one is going to be the lightest. So I'm going to just grab the rest of that white and see if it's quite enough. It might not be. No, it's not quite enough. So I'll just get some more white. See if I can squeeze some more out of this little jar, or not jar, I guess tube. Oh yeah, look at how much just came out. Like, just when I think it's all done, there's more. Okay, let's see here. We've got to make it lighter and lighter still. How are we doing? How are we doing? I think I might go even lighter. I might just use up all of this white here. Just make it super, super light. And then I'll just scrape it back over here so that we can kind of compare it. I think it's pretty light compared to that other one. They're pretty close. It's crazy how close they actually are, but I could essentially just darken this one a smidgen. All right. And I may also add some white. I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking it'll just be the rose gold and these blues. So what I've done is I have prepped my tips. I'm just going to pull them out of the light if I can grab them. I've just had them in the curing light to get that acrylic to harden quicker because, as we know, heat makes acrylic harden faster. So I'm just going to move this out of the way. So you guys know I've spoken in the past few videos about looking for some sticky dots to use. Somebody had recommended some sticky dots for the little tip holders. So I found these ones at the Dollar Tree. These were the only ones I could find. Now, I do have sticky tack on these ones just because I had the tip flipped upside down so that I could apply my blush pink acrylic. So if you're going to do this design, what you want to do is you want to have 3 nails that are just going to be your blush color. So you would just build all 5 of the nails to make it easy in the exact same cover peach, cover pink, whatever you want to call it, or whatever you use. I've just got one here. This is an acrylic. Now I just have to make sure I get all of that sticky tack off of that side because we're going to be doing art there. So you want 3 like that, and then the other 2 are just going to be full nails. So I didn't bother putting the acrylic underneath because obviously I'm not building a nail, so I don't have to do that. But if you were working on a client, you would want them all to be built in your cover blush, cover pink, cover peach color. So I'm going to try these little sticky dots. Let me get some tweezers. So as far as I know, you just kind of pop them out of here and stick them on. So I'm just going to do 1 for now and see how it works, because it has been highly recommended that these work so much better than sticky tack and they don't fall off. Now I'm also curious how easy they're going to be to remove and if they're going to leave a ton of residue behind onto my little holder here, but I absolutely get irritated with the sticky tack when, you know, the little tips, you're doing a design and then, oh, the little tip pops off and you can smudge the design when that happens, or it just like falls upside down and ruins your design. So I will say these are quite sticky. They're not really easy to get out of the little thingamajiggy here because they're not cut like, look at that one just ripped, so that one's useless. They're not cut perfectly, so yeah, they're definitely not super easy to get out of here, but once you get them out, I think they are going to work really well. Like, they seem pretty sticky, pretty sturdy on the holder. So I'm just going to get all of these on and then I will do the design for you guys. All right, so I've got them all stuck on here. They seem to be pretty sturdy. They're like the perfect size. I will say that. They're absolutely the perfect size. So I'm going to start off by painting these two just the solid color. So I'm going to take these three off for now. And I love this brush, you guys. I've been using it for a while. I have two of them. So I have one that's designated for like my blues, greens, that kind of color scheme. And then I have another one that's designated more for like pinks and reds and oranges. So I also tried these ones here. I'll pull one out for you guys. They come, I think, in like a 3-pack, or you have to buy them individually. The crystals inside are the ones that are sort of to tell you what brush is for what. So I think there's a clear, yeah, I have the clear one. There might be a white one. I didn't get all three. And then this one is a black one. So I bought the clear one for white gel polish and the black one for black gel polish. And I like them. I don't dislike them. They are bigger than the Fusion Oval number 2 that I love, but I still prefer my Oval number 2. I absolutely love it. Now I do use this one because I bought it and designated them for black and white, so I am using them, but I will say that I really just still love this Fusion Oval number 2, so I may purchase some more of these, and then what I might do is just dip the tip into the color. So I might dip it into white and have that one designated to white, dip it into black, etc., etc. Maybe I'll have one for blues and greens, ones for, you know, pinks and reds and whatever. So I really love these brushes though, you guys. They're so soft. They are really small, so you would think that it would be like take you forever to apply color, but they really don't. And they're so thin. I don't know if you can see how thin, so they get into that cuticle area up in that proximal nail fold so nicely. All right, enough of the brush. Let's get into some designing. So I'm just going to go in, like I said, and I'm going to cover both of these nails just fully with the color. So definitely going to have to do 2 coats on this guy. It is not a 1-coat coverage. I mean, if you blobbed it on, you probably could, but as we know, if we put things too thick, they don't cure properly. So something to keep in mind, and I always mention this in my videos, when I am working on tips, you will see me applying product a lot more in a sloppier way maybe than what I would do on clients, because I don't have any skin or anything to worry about. So for instance, as I'm applying the color upwards like this, which would be going into the cuticle area and all over the client's skin, you wouldn't do that on a client. But because I don't have anybody attached to these tips, I can do it. So I'm having a way easier time applying this product, but just keep that in mind. This is not a video teaching you technique on applying, you know, gel polish. It's just showing you a nail design. So again, I'm just going to go in and finish covering all of these, or both of these, I should say, with 1 thin coat, and then I'm going to come back and do a 2nd coat. Okay, so as you can see, it actually covered quite well in 1 coat, but definitely I did a 2nd coat on that, and you can see the little bits of shimmer and all that kind of goodness in there. It's actually a really nice color. I think it will look very cool matte, but I don't know if I'm going to do matte or shiny yet. So let's work on the other 3. So these 3 are going to be the same. I'm just going to do 2 in the same direction and 1 in the opposite direction. So again, I have not done this, so I don't really know how well it's going to work. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a dotting tool, and I'm going to start with the thumb and the pinky, which would be on the ends here. And I'm going to start applying the color at the tip, and I'm just, like I said, just going to use my dotting tool, and I'm just going to kind of add a good little amount like that. Now we've got, now I might not have done it, hang on a second, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4. Okay, so I might have added a little too much there, but it's okay. because we're winging it. Now I'm going to go in with the next color, and I'm just kind of overlapping it a little bit. And I'm just wiping off my dotting tool on the side. I have a paper towel with some alcohol and a alcohol soaked wipe sitting on the paper towel. And again, I'm going to do it up here and the last little color as well. So now I do have a fan brush, and I thought about trying to use this, but as you can see, I have a bunch of stuff on my fan brush that I need to clean off. I guess this side is okay. You know what, let me try it, because I pulled out my ombre brush, and I also have a fan brush. Let me clean this fan brush and see if the fan brush would work better, or we'll try both of them. Okay, so I have cleaned my fan brush. So the thing is, you want to make sure that your bristles are nicely, you know, spread apart, that they're not clumped together. And what I want to do is basically just drag the color up the nail, like so. So it did work. I just want to make sure that it goes over the whole, you know, on the side and everything. So again, with using the fan brush, I feel like you have to be a little more careful because there's gel polish over here. So if I'm dragging it over here, I am going to be touching the client's skin. So that's how it looks with the fan brush. It actually doesn't look too bad. I think what I might do is just take a little bit more of this darker color right here and go back in with the fan brush and just drag it up. Yeah, there we go. Just because it almost seemed like it disappeared a little bit. So I really quite like that. So that's how that one turned out. I'm going to get that into the light. Now we'll do the middle one. You know what? We're going to do them all the same. I was going to do the middle one coming down from the top, but I think we'll do the middle one from the bottom as well. Well, should I do it from the top? I'll do it from the top. That way I can show you guys how it looks. Now, when you're working obviously at the top by the cuticle area, again, this is where it's going to get a little bit messy. So you just have to make sure, you know, we don't like to get product on client's skin. So if you do happen to get product on the client's skin, you just want to be very quick to get in there with some alcohol and get it cleaned off of the skin. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to apply all 4 colors. And depending on how long your nail is, because this is quite a long nail, I want to drag it down quite a bit. That's why I'm making such, you know, more rectangular, longer sort of pieces of the color. If you're working on a really tiny nail, you would just do like a little bit at the top and that's it. And then pull the color down and go in with this last color here. Now this one I'm going to use the ombre brush. I just want to see how it looks with the ombre brush. You'll have a little bit more control, I feel, with the ombre brush of not getting it onto the skin. So we'll see here. If we pull it like this, just pull these 2. And then you'll want to clean off your brush a little bit. And then pull it this way. Ooh, I might actually like it better with the ombre brush. I feel like I have a little more control. Yeah, I do. I think I like it better with the ombre brush. I definitely feel like you have more control with it. You kind of drag it down farther. The colors I feel like kind of ombre a little bit better. And then again, you just want to make sure you get it on the sides too, right? You want to get that color to come down on the side here. And same with here. If you have to dip into the color a little bit, do that. Yes. Ooh, I really like that one. Let me cure that and pull out the other one. So with this one, I feel like I didn't have quite as much control. I didn't get all the color on this side that I would have liked to do. So I'm going to dip into that ombre brush and I'm actually just going to kind of fine tune that a little bit. And I'm going to try to drag the colors just a little bit longer so that it kind of matches better. I'm going to dip into that other one. I don't know if this is going to work or make it look worse, but we are winging it because I just want to elongate it a little bit. I just feel like it was kind of nicer to elongate it. And then dip in this side and this side. So I'm just basically kind of dipping one side into the one color and the other side into the other so that I'm kind of also marbling them a little bit, I guess. So yeah, this one's not quite as nice as the other one. I will pull the other one out so you can see them side by side. I'll turn this one upside down. They both look good. Nobody would know the difference really. But I'm gonna say, guys, I actually think I prefer doing it with the ombre brush. So I'm going to stick that first one back in to re-cure up those little bits. And I'm going to do the last one. So again, we're gonna do it the same way. But I'm just gonna do this one the same as the first one at the tip of the nail and dragging the color upwards. And then I'm going to add some rose gold because I just love it. Absolutely love the rose gold, and it is going to look so good with all of these colors, with these blues. Okay, so let me clean off my brush and start pulling that color upwards. Just kind of elongating it. Clean my brush, move on to the next section. And you want to make sure you're dragging straight up, because if you kind of wiggle it, you're going to get, you know, wiggly lines, right? Rather than these nice straight lines. So just take your time, go slowly, drag that color. Again, make sure you get on the side here and just drag that color up. I freaking love this. Now, another thing you're gonna have to make sure when you're doing this is that your nail that you're working on is very smooth. So for example, if I built my acrylic nail and I did my filing, I'm just going to stick this in the light, and I did my filing, my hand filing with my 100 grit brush that I always, nail file that I use, and I did not buff this, these lines would not go as smooth, right? There would be some little bit of texture underneath because the nail underneath would not be smooth. So you either need to make sure you buff the nail so that it's nice and smooth, or you need to apply a matte top coat, for instance, to give that smooth finish so that you can paint these nice streaks and they don't get kind of jagged or just kind of not cute. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. I hope that I'm explaining it properly. But if there's texture on the nail, you're going to see the texture through the gel polish. So you want to make sure it's smooth. I know that some people who do gel, they will actually build the nail and they don't even finish file, and then they will just, you know, go right on top with the nail art. That would work as well because that gel surface would be really nice and smooth. All right, so this is what we've got so far. So now I'm going to take my Joann's number 4. This is my absolute favorite rose gold. Now I have not tried the Beamy one yet, but I will be ordering that for the fall because the Pink Chair no longer carries the Joann's products, so I can't even get these from her anymore. So I will be basically switching all of my leaf gels over to Beamy. Unless the Pink Chair gets some other ones, but yeah. So I want to add some of this rose gold. So oftentimes what I'll do, because it's very thick, I'll take a blob of it and I will just kind of smoosh it onto my tile so that I can really get my brush in there and kind of drag my brush rather than trying to dip it in here, and then you get kind of like blobby bits on it. I can really drag my brush, and then I'm just going to draw some lines. And I think that that will look really, really cool. Some shorter, some longer, maybe some all the way to the top. Now, if you have any other type of like a rose gold, fine glitter gel polish, you can do that as well. I just think the addition of some rose gold lines is just a little extra, right? It just adds a little extra zhuzh. Now the Beamy or the leaf gels are a little bit harder to work with because they are, you know, quite textured, but they're not impossible. All right, so just like that, I think that looks freaking amazing. So I'm going to do that on all of these ones. How do I want to do this one? Let's see. Let's do this one like so. And a little trick, if you guys are wondering how to get really, really straight lines, the trick is to have the longer your striping brush, the easier it is to apply a really long straight line. This brush is not actually that long, but I'm just so used to using it. I do have a super long one. I will show you guys this one here, and I really rarely use it. There's a bunch of gel in it. I rarely use it, but the longer the brush, the easier it is to get a very straight line. With this design, it's not the end of the world if they're not perfect because that gel polish has a little bit of texture to it anyways, so it's okay. And I might just add a little one over here, just like that. This is another, you know, I would consider this an abstract design. I don't know how, but I got some kind of a fingerprint in there. I must have pushed it or touched it with my other hand, so we're just gonna try to cover that right up. Maybe when I put it in the light, I touched the top of the tip. So again, I was saying this is another abstract design, very simple. I really like to try to show you guys designs that you can implement into the salon. I mean, I show you guys some crazy difficult ones as well at times, or ones that take me, you know, a lot longer on my longer nailed clients and such. But when I'm doing designs like this for you guys, especially in the mixing videos, I really like to show you designs that you can just implement in the salon and that won't take too long, but also have like a big impact. You know, they're super cool. I know a ton of my clients that would absolutely die to have these designs. Like, well, maybe not. Did I not cure this? I don't know if I cured this one. Maybe that's the problem. I didn't cure it. Let me stick it back in the light. I'm going to cure this one again because it's kind of acting funny. Maybe I didn't cure it long enough. That's maybe the problem. I might have hit the wrong button. All right, so that's basically what I've got for that. Now, I feel like we could leave this just like this and just have the two blue nails, but something in me tells me that that's just not good enough. So what I'm going to do, in keeping in that sort of line pattern, is I am just simply going to paint a line of rose gold down the center. That's all I think I'm going to do with this one, is just a simple rose gold. Now you could use rose gold striping tape here as well to add a little extra something something. And I don't mean the striping tape that comes in the roll, people, because we know that's the devil's nail art. I say that all the time. I hate that stuff. I will avoid using that as much as possible. But I'm talking more about the striping tape that you can get from like Glitter Mix Canada that comes in the strips on like deco paper. Okay, so I'm gonna get that in the light as well. And I just want to refine this little one on the end because it like mixed in with that lighter color. That's why I was thinking, oh my gosh, I don't think it cured. All right, so that one's good. Get those in the light, cure those bad boys up. And again, I'm just going to do a line down the center. And it's not overly thick, but it's thicker than the ones on the other nails because the other ones I just wanted to keep them really, really thin because that detail is very thin on those ones with the pattern that we did with the ombre brush. It's very delicate. But these ones you could do it a little bit thicker, just so you really see that pop of rose gold. Now again, you could do this matte even with the rose gold lines on it. And maybe what I will do is a couple of them matte so you can see how they look, and a couple of them shiny. Again, I really like to give you guys lots of options and show you as much as possible while I'm doing these designs, so you can kind of pick and choose what you would like to do in your salon for your clients. Okay, let me get this one in the light as well. All right, guys, so this is what they look like so far. And I will say the sticky dots, I am enjoying them. I haven't had any issues with feeling like they're gonna pop off or anything. So we'll see when I go to take them off to actually put them on my display and take videos and stuff for and take photos and stuff for Instagram. We'll see how easy they are to get off, but I'm going to top coat them now. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to think how I can do it so I can show you guys both matte and shiny, but also have this look nice. I suppose I could maybe I'll do these two matte and these three shiny. Maybe that's what I'll do just so we can see. So I actually went on eBay and just found this cheap little bottle of tack-free top coat because I hate wasting my good top coats. You know, when I'm doing just tutorials and designs, I like to obviously keep my good expensive top coats for my clients. So I'm going to try this one. I have no idea, like, honestly, what it's about. I just bought this little bottle to try it out, and it's a fraction of the cost. So I would like to do the same with a matte, but I do have quite a bit of my matte in stock right now. I think I have like 4 bottles on hand, so it's okay if I use it, but I am going to purchase just a cheap matte one from eBay or AliExpress or whatever to just use for practicing as well. So I'm going to use that one on the first 3, and it is a tack free, so I did want to get just something tack free that I don't have to worry about. But you guys know I love my Young Nail stain resistant. That is my favorite top coat, although I will say I have been really struggling with the Madam Glam pink gel polishes, the new neon ones. I told you guys in the one video that when you get pinks, a lot of times, and it's not just Madam Glam, it's all different companies that I've tried, they change color when they cure. Now, generally they go back to its original color after about 24 hours or so. But I have had such inconsistencies with them using the Young Nail stain resistant. So some of my clients, they've been coming back. Actually, one lady came back and hers were still blotchy, sort of going through that transition period 3 weeks later. So I was like, well, that ain't good. Okay, so I'm just going to get these in really quickly just to kind of cure those ones, and then I'll do the matte top coat. Yes, so as I was saying, 3 weeks later, she came in and they were still blotchy. Then I've had several clients, and I tell them when I do them with the pinks, I say, just so you know, there's about a 24-hour transition period where you might see some blotchiness. The color is just transitioning back to its original color. Don't freak out. So one lady said hers did take about 24 hours and then they were perfectly fine. Another lady said it actually took about 2 weeks. And another lady, when she came into the salon, there was no blotching, but she said as soon as she went outside that they started to kind of blotch up. So to me, it has something to do with the UV light from the sun and the outdoors and the Young Nail stain resistant. I don't know. So I've started now using the Madam Glam gel polish, the Madam Glam tack-free top coat on the pinks for sure. Anytime I do a pink. I have no idea how the wearability is of it. I'm waiting for those clients to still come back so that I can see, you know, how they turned out, and ask them. I've told them to keep me posted if they notice any blotching or anything like that happening or discoloration, how long it takes. So yeah, it's very, very frustrating. I've been actually kind of talking with Ginger, and Ginger's been helping me from Gels and Gems, trying to figure it out as well. And we're both kind of stumped at this point. So yeah, I'm just trying the Madam Glam on those ladies. But regardless of that, the Young Nail Stain Resistant is my absolute favorite top coat. It really, really is a stain resistant, a true stain resistant. I have clients who, you know, they're either hairdressers themselves or they've been dyeing their hair. Yesterday I had a client, she came in and hers were like, her hair is like turquoise blue, like super vibrant and cool. And their nails don't stain. Their skin around might stain, the underside of their nails might stain, but the actual top coat and where the design is and the nail itself does not stain. Okay, so I'm gonna let those cure and then I'm gonna come back and show you the final reveal. All right, guys, so here they are, equally cool in matte and shiny. I love them both. I absolutely love how glitters or metallics or anything look under matte. Very, very cool. Gold leaf or gold flakes, best thing in matte. Love them. All right, that's it for these guys. All right, guys, so that is it for another mixing video. I love how this design turned out. And again, both matte or shiny, they look amazing. And yeah, I definitely liked doing it better with the ombre brush. I just felt like I had a little more control. Again, another tip, make sure that your nail is smooth before you are applying the color so that those lines are nice and smooth. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please share it with someone else. And as always, have an amazing day.